It helps to unmute myself. So, hi everyone. I'm Rachel Martin, owner and vintner of Oceano Wines. Welcome to Tasting Room Live, where we highlight artisans of all mediums. And this week, our guest is Angie O'Brien, who is the owner of iSwich Gourmet. That I was loving this amazing Oceano Chardonnay pear and ginger sorbet. Incredible. Sorry. Angie, welcome to the show.
It's great to be here, Rachel. Great to see you again.
Nice to see you too. Full disclosure, Angie and I were together yesterday, and I visited her, what do you call it? Her
I call it the kitchen.
Her kitchen in Pennsylvania, just outside Philadelphia. And I love her ice cream sorbet and ice cream sandwiches. I met Angie through WeBank. Angie is also a certified woman-owned business. So Angie, thanks for joining. Tell us a little bit about iSwich Gourmet and where the heck did that name come from?
So iSwich Gourmet originated out of a dinner club that I have with 13 of my dearest friends for over 20 years, not dating myself or anything. And in 2012, one of my friends said, "Hey, why don't you bring this ice cream sandwich to the dinner party?" So I brought it. And when I went home, I had no idea that I was going to start thinking about all these different flavors that I could do. And I started entertaining with them at my house, just with family and friends. And then
good place to start.
Exactly.
Yeah.
At the end of 2013, we decided to actually go ahead because everybody kept saying, "You should do this, you should do this." So we decided to go ahead and do it. iSwich stands for ice cream sandwich.
I thought it was more like, I can switch.
That too. I can switch from some other ice cream to you.
Yeah. Or I can switch from being a software developer to whatever I want to be.
Yeah.
That's what's so cool about your story.
Yeah, it's really been an amazing journey. I call it my lifelong learning project because I learn new amazing things every day, like making pear, Chardonnay, and ginger sorbet.
Right. So this is pear, ginger, Chardonnay sorbet. I'm telling you, it is so delicious. To be quite honest, I just slapped an Oceano label on here, but hey, it doesn't look that bad. But
it looks pretty good, as a matter of fact.
So this is a collaboration that we're doing with Angie and iSwich Gourmet. So tell me, when you start, like, okay, first of all, let's talk about the kitchen.
Yeah.
When did that come into place? So first of all, your business started in 2014, right?
Yeah.
So when did you get the kitchen?
In 2014, I rented a commissary space where there's a bunch of people in a small warehouse. And I had about 400 square feet of space to make ice cream in a non-air conditioned room. So that's where we learned how to be fast. Yeah. So then we switched to another room in that same building. And we quickly outgrew that as well. We signed up with Longwood Gardens, which is one of the most prestigious gardens in the country. People come from all over the world to come to Longwood Gardens. So they signed us up the year they were redoing their fountains. And so that's what really fueled the growth. And we bought our building in the beginning of 2018. So we've been there for 3 years and it's going so fast.
That's incredible. And so I'm not going to ask you because I already know, but you have other companies in the kitchen. Sorry, yeah. It's like a commissary.
Yeah.
Is it all pastry, your kitchen?
It's actually not. We have one business owner that's called Planted Kitchens, and she does vegetable spreads that are absolutely amazing. She also has a granola line that she does. We also have another business, Blake's Mother's Cookies, that makes shortbread cookies. So she's the token baker of the house.
I met her yesterday. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to tasting her cookies at Citarella.
Yeah, you're going to need to talk to her more often too. You and she have a lot in common.
Nice.
Also, we have somebody else that makes high protein, low fat, low sugar frozen desserts, something that would rival Halo Top and Enlighten. So a healthier version. So there's 4 of us in there right now, and we're all growing, so space is getting a little tight.
Well, I think that's really awesome that you're providing a space for small business and entrepreneurs to make their products and to be creative. So cheers to you for doing such a thing. It's really commendable. So tell me about the flavors of iSwich, not only your sandwiches, but your sorbets and ice creams.
Okay, so probably the top 3 sellers of our ice cream sandwiches are the chocolate covered pretzel with salted caramel, the fresh mint dark chocolate chip, real mint specks, no artificial colors or food coloring or anything like that, blueberry lemon, bananas Foster, raspberry chocolate, and chocolate almond coconut. We also have a pumpkin crunch seasonal flavor that we do. People are starting to request it earlier and earlier. So we'll be coming out with that soon, I think.
Yeah, don't worry, everyone. No pumpkin wine.
Yeah. We also have 6 flavors of ice cream. We've got your standard vanilla and chocolate. Then we have chocolate espresso crunch, burst of blackberry, lemon. What are the other 2? Another fresh mint dark chocolate chip. And 3 sorbet flavors. We've got a cherry vanilla, a pineapple coconut, and a mango lime. And now Chardonnay, pear, and ginger.
What? It's just so amazing, incredible. And we will be selling these these sorbets, and maybe we'll make an ice cream, and who knows what's in store for Oceano and iSwich. So tell me, like, how did you learn how to do this? What was your training? You said that you did the parties and everything, but it's different to cook or prepare something for a party than it is like to go commercial.
Yeah. The big surprise for me was that I had no intention of becoming an ice cream maker. But when I was looking back in 2014, you couldn't find anybody that would sell you an all natural ice cream mix or would even sell you their ice cream. My original thought was I was going to soften it, put this stuff in the middle, and I would be on my way. But before I knew it, I'm pasteurizing milk, making ice cream mix, and making ice cream. I had a mentor back in 2014 when I started, somebody that did ice cream somewhere else. So that person really helped me. I learned a lot from him, teaching me what the formulations were like until we finally got it, which is really hard when you're not doing any preservatives.
Yeah, I mean,
that was the challenge.
I love the fact that you saw a need in the market and you filled it because you knew that nothing could stop you.
Yeah, right.
Right. You had a burning desire to do something, you figured it out and you got it done.
Yeah.
So I've got so much respect for that. Now, how do you decide upon your flavors and where's the inspo? And then also, do you have a tasting panel? Do you have taste makers in the company?
Oh, yes. First of all, since I was entertaining, I have, lists of flavors and all that kind of stuff. I got pretty lucky because I pretty much nailed the core flavors back in 2014, and they're still the core flavors. Because we spent a lot of time refining and doing the product development before I ever started the company. So I weeded out all the stuff that was...
Well, that was smart.
I just got lucky. So everybody would come over. I would have like 5 different kinds in the freezer at once. I would cut them up in these little bites, put them all on a tray so that everybody could taste all the different flavors. So we quickly weeded out the stuff we liked from the stuff we didn't. The tasting panel has changed though. So since I've been in business, it evolves. So everybody in my kitchen does tastings, and we have to be brutally honest, because if you're not, it doesn't help anybody.
Right.
I have some little girls down the street and my neighbors to the left over here who, believe it or not, these little kids know what they're talking about.
Because they're unfiltered.
That's what I love about
right?
it. That's what I love about it. and they're spot on usually when they give you the feedback. Actually, it's quite impressive.
That's amazing. I love, looking to the younger generation for, whatever trend spotting. I mean, it
Yeah.
makes so much sense. So I'm going to show a couple of images of your beautiful, beautiful ice cream sandwiches. So let's talk about this and explain why you, in the photographs, show the pretzels as well.
So this is our chocolate covered pretzel with salted caramel. The reason we wanted to do that is because we wanted to show people how they could, you can't really see when there's a brown spot in that ice cream sandwich what's really in there. So we wanted to give people an idea of what was in there and also give them suggestion about a way that they could serve it if they wanted to.
Well, I love the idea that it's like, yeah, that's what's in this.
Yeah.
That it's not like, okay, well, we're going to make it taste like a chocolate pretzel. No, there are chocolate covered pretzels in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what makes it so unique and so amazing. And then we'll go to this one. I like to think of this as the healthier version.
It's a little less caloric. That's actually true. So the ones that have fruit in them are a little bit less caloric than the ones that don't. So this one is our blueberry lemon. It's a lemon ice cream with a blueberry compote on the inside, blueberry lemon compote on the inside. This is the lightest, freshest tasting flavor of all of them. It feels like it's a different ice cream than the others, but it's not.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I've had a selection of your ice cream sandwiches, and they're all just so delicious. But I like fruit flavors. I like things that have a brighter, higher acidity. So this is right up my alley. And then here we go. This is the one, right?
This is the one.
That changed your life.
This is the one that changed my life. And I told my friend, you're responsible for this, So this is a Bananas Foster ice cream sandwich. For those of you that don't know, Bananas Foster was invented in New Orleans. And so this is actually a real Bananas Foster sauce. It's caramelized bananas with some brown sugar, butter, cinnamon, rum, all cooked down and put into some ice cream. And it's a really great combination.
Yeah, this I think actually was my favorite, and I could say it's still fruit driven. So, but this was my favorite. But I love them all, and so what I find really interesting about iSwich is how you get your product, your delicious goodies to the people. So tell us a little bit about how you do direct consumer sales, and then where are your products carried commercially?
So last year during the pandemic, we all had challenges, obviously. And one of the big things that went crazy was it was hard for restaurants. The grocery stores were running out of things, all that kind of stuff. And we really just decided that we had to meet our customers where they were, which was at home. So we decided to turn our delivery van into a combination of a food truck and an ice cream truck. The old ice cream man, the one that drives around with the Christmas music, stalks your children. We don't do it like that.
Not that.
We don't do it like that. So what we do is we actually partner with neighborhoods in our area. There's our van. And we get a neighborhood partner to publicize us and set up an appointment where we're going to come and we're going to park where they tell us to in their neighborhood. And basically, it's a little ice cream social for the neighborhood. So we'll go out and literally we'll spend a half hour to an hour. We've also done some events, and we've gotten a lot of exposure from the van and also a lot of sales from the van. And people were just so appreciative that we would come out to their house. We actually did some deliveries as well. That the van and maybe other vehicles are a part of our business plan going forward.
Yeah, I think that's really just so smart. And you did the right thing. It's easier as far as the law goes to sell ice cream than to sell wine. So
Yes. Yes.
I imagine if I brought my wine van up to a neighborhood, I might have some trouble. So I think that's great that for you doing business in this way is not too prohibitive as far as legal concerns.
Yeah, everybody's been very welcoming.
Right. Well, I love the look of the van. I live in New York City, and when I walk to the market, we have a park nearby, and there is that creepy ice cream truck. And it's so disturbing to me because I have my own memories and as childhood memories, and the ice cream is just super nasty.
Yes.
Right? Like it's probably not even like it says ice cream, but it's probably spelled a little bit different because there's really no cream in it or something. Yeah.
Lots of chemicals.
Lots of chemicals.
Lots of chemicals.
And that's what I love about iSwich Gourmet is that it's all natural. And, you have kids, right? And I think that they're involved somewhat in the business. I met your son yesterday. What is he picks up a few jobs for you?
I kind of rope everybody in somehow. Yeah. I have people running the van. My son does some deliveries and some business development for me. Everybody chimes in on content on a regular basis. I also have my neighbors helping out in my community. I have some neighbors that run the van. Another one of my neighbors is my van coordinator. And I have gals labeling boxes sometimes when that needs to get done. And so it's really become kind of a neighborhood thing.
I love that. Everyone's invested, everyone is supportive. They're not only working for you, they're your backbone.
Yeah.
And that's great. It's a grassroots kind of thing. And, that's what it's wholesome. Yeah. And that's what ice cream and sorbet is. And it's kind of like, the wholesome idea of a lemonade stand, just, in a different iteration. So I think that's really cool that you're pulling resources from, what's around you. And that is just brilliant, really brilliant. And it also means that people love you and love to work with you. So that's awesome. I'm going to roll a little video of what it looks like if you walked into iSwich Gourmet today.
It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, that's great. So who was that in the video with you?
So the person in the video and the person who made the video is my pastry chef, Breege Lee Egan. Breege started with me in February and just has really changed and inspired me to create new things and new flavors. We have some new products that we're working on, including this one for Rachel. Yeah, we're working on an upscale combination sorbet and ice cream sandwich Klondike. So we're doing some tests on that stuff, and more sorbet flavors.
Wow. So the technology of doing like an ice cream what do you call it? It's like on a stick and then it's coated in chocolate. Is that what or is it, it's not going to be on a stick?
Not going to be on a stick.
So it'll be a square, just like your
Uh-huh.
sandwiches.
Yep.
Got it. And
Yep.
talk about is it going to be chocolate coating or what are the coatings going to be?
So the two that we've been working on are strawberry sorbet. So it's going to be strawberry shortcake. It's got a white chocolate coating with
Oh, stop. That
yeah,
sounds
with
so good.
with this strawberry shortcake crumble on the top. We're working on an orange creamsicle version.
Love it.
We're really just
okay. So it'll be, sorry, I need to know. So it'll be orange ice cream with a coating, orange creamsicle.
It'll be a layer of ice cream and then a layer of sorbet. It'll be cut.
Oh, yes.
The whole thing dunked in the white chocolate and sprinkled with yummy goodies on top.
That sounds incredible.
They're fun.
You're going to kill it in the gourmet ice cream.
Don't
sector.
tell anybody we're doing that. Nobody really knows yet.
Okay. You heard it here first. Well, that's incredible. So let's talk about where we can go into the store and buy.
Okay. So if you go onto our website, iSwitchGourmet.com.
Here, I'll put that back up.
You can find all of our locations there. We're in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland, Virginia, DC. And so we're, in 5 states now. Oh, in Delaware, 6, including the District of Columbia. And we're in a lot of Whole Foods markets, a lot of independent stores. And we're working on some bigger chain stores as well.
So when you go to the market and you see iSwitch Gourmet, you're going to know now who made those ice cream sandwiches. And so right now, is it all the sandwiches, or do you also have ice cream in the stores?
We have ice cream in some stores, but not all. So it's really up to the buyer if they have enough room to carry the whole line or if they just want to carry the signature product.
Got it. And are you selling through a wholesaler or are you selling direct?
So we do a lot of direct right now. We're looking for some distribution help. It's kind of hard to be everywhere in the same week. So we're getting a little crunched with one van. And so we're looking to do some broader scale distribution in the near future.
And will you be starting, are you going to start looking for wholesale distributors or have you already started doing that? And what does that process look like?
We've started looking for that a little bit. Probably if we do distribution, it'll be for Whole Foods. And the other reason I want to pick that up is because they distribute to some of the Whole Foods stores that it isn't really possible for us to deliver to. So like if it takes me 5 hours to get to Virginia Beach, that's not really doable, right? And there's only one store there. But if I have a distributor and they're already going, that makes a lot more sense.
That's awesome because those are all, I distribute my wine in all of those states.
Yeah.
So, go pick up some iSwitch Gourmet and some Oceano wines and go home and maybe try to make your own sorbet. Who knows?
Yes.
So in the sorbet, we have pear, ginger, and are there any other flavors besides the Chardonnay itself?
There's lemon in there and a little bit of sugar.
It's so good.
It is really good.
I know. So I went yesterday and I was tasting and giving my notes and all of that. So it's so good right now, but it's going to be just like fantastic on.
Yeah, and then she strolls in with the bottle of Pinot Noir. She's like, "Hi, I brought a present." It's like, really, go work on this one now.
Yeah, right. I did that. So I came with gifts because you always have to come with gifts with a bottle of Chardonnay, a different vintage. So
yes,
this one is our 2017 Chardonnay. So I brought Angie our 2018 and our 2019 Pinot Noir, and I can't wait to see what she does with that. I am too. So I look forward to doing lots of stuff with you in the future. And I'm also going to be selling our collaboration sorbet and perhaps ice cream or sandwiches, etc., on in our mobile VW bus tasting room that everyone will be introduced to January of 2022. I'm really excited about that.
I can't wait to hang out with you on the bus.
Oh my God, you have to come and hang out. I mean, the bus is so cool that people just want to all my friends are like, I'll work for you. Like, I'll come, I'll help. So it's all about, making delicious, wholesome things and bringing joy to people and enjoying yourself while you're doing it. So before we close out, I would like to give this opportunity for you to talk about anything that you want or leave us with some thoughts.
The other thing we're thinking about doing is ice cream cakes.
Oh, shoot. Wow.
We'll see. It takes a lot of time to develop something that, as you know, is just exactly the way you want it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it doesn't happen immediately.
Happen immediately.
It took us, we started in 2016 with our first vintage of Chardonnay, and it has evolved, vintage after vintage to get closer to the goal.
Yeah.
And that's just part of the deal. I mean, it's not lucky, but it's fortunate for you that you don't have to wait a full, 12 months to harvest again.
Right.
So, Angie, thank you. And everyone who joined us, thank you so much for being here. And for those of you who are watching later on, continue to comment and we'll answer your comments or questions. You can find iSwich Gourmet at iSwichGourmet.com. And you can follow Angie on Instagram at iSwich Gourmet and like them on Facebook at Facebook, /iSwitch.
Yes.
Angie, I'll see you really soon. I'll be back.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I know. It's the best. You're the best. So thanks again, Angie. And, best of luck to you and to Breen.
Cheers.
Cheers.